man to one crane. Control the crane arm, bring the 20-footer or 40-footer from the ship to the dock, from the dock to the ship. This is the old port. Now we have decommissioned this port. There are 5 ports, by the way. This is being decommissioned, and then the new port will be commissioned on the western part. Now we are hoping by the time the new port is ready, it will be 1 man to 16 cranes, 16 arms, and this person is probably not even a crane operator. He's an AI specialist. Right now, by the time you land in the airport, hopefully now we are also using AI for the air traffic control, ATC. Yes, we still have humans looking through the bino. Do you know what's ATC, by the way? People will call the flights, flight 123, you are coming down slowly, alright? So that we are also using AI. So when you need AI, you need 5G, you need a lot of data. Right? So data specialists, number crunchers, all these are all very sought after jobs in Singapore. So enjoy this view. By 2025, 2026, all this will be progressively decommissioned, gone. So right now we T-loan, temporary loan this space to Hyundai, Kia, Samsung to bring in their trucks, their cars from the ship, and then we put them on the truck and send them to Malaysia and Thailand. Now, assuming there's no traffic jams, you drive for 30-35 minutes, you can reach Malaysia already. If you jump on a boat, 35 minutes, you are into Indonesia already. This is how close we are. North is Malaysia, south is Indonesia. Right, so everybody like to use this as a transshipment hub. Now the biggest contribution to Singapore's GDP, other than banking finance, is shipping. Now shipping employs about 17,000 people. Right? 2020, 2021, when COVID struck us, how bad do you think the tourism was hit? Any idea? I want to see if you all, do some research for numbers. Only 4% of the GDP was hit. Because in the 1990s, we were already very careful not to put all the eggs into one basket. So when COVID struck, luckily only 4% of industry was hit. Airlines, hotels, tour guides, drivers, so on and so forth. Right? So we weren't that badly hit. So what's going to in place of all this port area? When we decommission the port, we're going to build public housing and private apartments. Simon, what is public housing? Gentlemen, ladies, please look on your right. This is public housing. So when I tell people public housing, Simon, must be dirty and run down. Look at this. This is 25 to 30 years old. Public housing. Now, out of 5.7 million people, 80%, including me, we live in public housing. And out of the 80%, 92% owns our roof. We do not pay rent here, right? So when you own your own property, chances are you'll be rooted into Singapore. You love Singapore, you work here, live here, have kids here, so on and so forth. Now all these steel cranes will be slowly decommissioned, right? Hopefully they'll recycle them as stainless steel metal and be sold away. And in place, all this will become public or private apartments. There'll be 9,000 houses facing the sea. Now those of you who have free time, I'm not sure if you have free time or not, free time looking at least one day, if you have free time, you may want to consider spending a day at Sentosa, S-E-N-T-O-S-A. It's a fun man's island, right? So you can go there by MRT, you can go there by walking, you can go there by cable car. So Sentosa is where the Universal Studios is located. It's where my Sea Aquarium, SEA, Southeast Asia Aquarium is located. It used to be the largest aquarium in the world. Right now the largest belongs to Shanghai. So Singapore becomes number 2. So just across that, there is Sentosa already. It's a rich man's playground. So Universal Studios, Sea Aquarium, etc. So once again, you can walk across the bridge. You can take the cable car across the bridge. You can take a monorail across the bridge. So you need at least a 1 full day. Now those of you who love spending money in Singapore by shopping, please remember the name of this mall, Vivo City. Victor, India, Victor, Oscar. Vivo City is the largest mall by land size. It's 1.02 million square feet. That is very big, right? But inside there's no high-end fashion. The most expensive item in there is your Superdry, your Kate Spade, your Tommy Hilfiger. That's about it. But the rest, of course, you have your Adidas and so on and so forth, right? Now that is Vivo City. The nearest MRT station is Harbour Front. Harbour Front, right? So from your hotel, your nearest MRT downstairs is Bugis Junction. There's a green line and a blue line. Right? So you got to do your own interconnection. Now when you take a train, you do not need to buy tickets in Singapore. Use your Visa or MasterCard, tap and go, tap and go. So no need to buy tickets at all. And also, when you're traveling on an escalator within the MRT stations, if you are not in a rush, please keep to the left. I say again, keep to the left. If you stand on the right and not move, somebody will come down and breathe down your neck. Like Darth Vader, dun, 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 to tell you, excusez-moi, step aside, we are in a rush, right? So especially at 7:30 in the morning to 9:15, stand on the left. That is peak hour. Now during peak hour, you get a train every 3 to 5 minutes. Off peak, which means not those peak hour, you get a train every 5 to 7 minutes. Now we have 6 lines of MRT. You cannot call them metro because my train go underground, above ground, underground, above ground. Now among my 6 lines, 4 lines are driverless. That means I don't have a driver, so you get a train on time every time. Now I take a train in the morning during peak hour, do not bother. You cannot even read a newspaper on board. It's all packed like that. You'll be spending all the shampoo, all the perfumes in the morning, so no time to read a newspaper at all. Now we're actually not far from the Maple Tree Business City. Now we try to cluster all the same businesses within one suburb or one building. So over here you get your Cisco systems, your Google, so on and so forth into one building, right? Now on your left is a decommissioned golf course. So this is going to be part of the 9,000 apartments also. Now we don't really encourage golf course right now because first, it consumes a lot of water. Second, it's wasting a lot of space. We rather use the space to build high-rise apartments. So Singapore, we are too small. It's either we go higher and higher, deeper and deeper. Now, very important, please pay attention. The first bus leaving Google later will be at 9 p.m. Right? The last bus will be leaving at 10 p.m. So make sure you grab everything from this bus. Don't think they're coming back to the same bus. We have about 5-6 buses shuttling around. So do not leave anything on the bus. So now it's about 6:30. People are leaving the offices and going home, etc. So Singapore, you hardly experience traffic jams because it's very expensive to buy a car in Singapore. Just to give you an idea, now let's say I want to buy a car in January. By December 15, half month, I must go internet to bid for the paper to own the car. Now in November 15, the last price for 2000cc or 2-liter car was approximately Singapore money $100,000. $100,000 for a piece of paper. Simon, how much is 100,000? 80,000 US. Go and buy a piece of paper. With this piece of paper, then you go and buy a car, right? Simon, I want to buy a Honda Accord 2000cc, brand new, on the road, with the insurance, license to own a car, blah blah blah, etc. Brand new, US dollars, 150,000, right? So you think, Simon, I want to drive a Lamborghini? Sure, 1.2 mil minimum. Alright, so despite of the expensive price tag, people still want to buy a car. So this is known as Maple Tree Business City. It's entirely self-sufficient, right? A lot of IT companies are here. The server buildings somewhere there as well. A lot of bank servers are there. People who work in the server business is a very cold, lonely business. So we are arriving soon. Make sure you grab everything. we go, guys. Andiamo.